Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Looney. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit more fun. I just watched a video on Wall Street versus Wall Street Bets where they discuss several topics and their opinions and their story on each topic. And it was the professionals versus the degenerates. And we're going to actually turn this into options. We're going to look at selling options as the Wall Street people and then option buyers as the Wall Street Bets, because there's pros and cons to both. But before we get into this video, I do want to do a quick shout out to the Discord. It is free to join. And then I also offer a premium membership. It's $8 a month and it gives you access to one-on-one coaching, trade callouts. I have an option selling course. I do giveaways and more. You can check it out. All the links to that are in the description. But anyways, let's start on Wall Street. This is the option sellers. They're disciplined institutional players who rely heavily on consistent income. So cash secured puts, covered calls, you have put credit spreads, and call credit spreads are option selling strategies. There's a little bit more, but those are the basic ones, and I incorporate those into my strategies every day. So if we look at Mara, I have a few cash secured puts, and these are sell puts, and I try to do them when the stock is undervalued or on a red day, and I try to take advantage of getting that premium and overall that consistency. And then I also sell covered calls on green days or when the stock is overbought. You can't time it perfectly, but that is the best time to do it when the stock's a little overbought. And I try to do it on Oscar. I have one at $18 covered call. It is still out of the money, but this stock, along with the entire market, did see a lot of upward direction. So there's a chance this one becoming in the money, and I'm gonna have to manage it a little differently. So again, this is a boring, steady strategy where you're getting steady income. You're stacking small wins over time. And the edge here is that time decay actually works in your favor. You don't need the stocks to go to the moon. In actuality, I just need Mara to stay above my strike prices for the puts and below for the calls. So it's very simple. It's not hitting, you're not trying to hit home runs. You're not trying to get that 10x in one day. I do have a call credit spread. This is another way to do a sell put. If you don't have the cash collateral to acquire 100 shares, you can buy a put at a lower strike price and you create a call or a put credit spread. And essentially, I just need HIMs to be above $36 and I will be okay. Ideally, I want it to stay above 37 because then I'll get that full return of $29. So I'm not trying to hit home runs. These are very small wins that stack up. If you look at my year to date, I am up 20%. So boring strategies do work. So let's actually look on the other side now, where it's the Wall Street Bets or the option buying. And this is more of the YOLO calls, the buying puts, the buying zero expiration calls and puts, and you're trying to 10x overnight. And yes, sometimes it does work. We are seeing people taking screenshots of people turning a few $100 into tens of thousands, but you're not really seeing the losses. A lot of the times people like to post their wins and they don't post their losses because of buying options. Your odds are not in your favor. They're stacked against you. And that's because every day those options that are bought lose value through time decay and you're racing against the clock. Now, I don't do buying options as much as selling options, but I do have some buying options. And let's actually look into them because there's a reason I did them. And here are the three. So I have one on Riot, SoFi, and another one on SoFi. Let's look at Riot first. And I bought a long leap call. And all that means it's a long-term option. And I'm essentially saying in the long term, I think Riot is going to do well. And you can see here, it's paying off. I'm up 100%. And again, this is, I would consider a boring strategy. You're not looking for that overnight success. This is further than a year of an expiration. And actually, you can combine it with a covered call. You could do a selling strategy because when you buy leaps, they act as if you own the shares. So I'm doing a poor man's covered call and I'm selling options against this, earning that income as well. And then on the other hand, I have SoFi, same strategy. I have a long leap option. This one's actually longer term, and this one is up 100%. So there's that one. And then SoFi, I just opened one recently because I do have covered calls that are deep in the money and they're red, because covered calls do work, but they can go wrong. And especially when the stock shoots up like SoFi did, these covered calls are struggling and I'm gonna have to roll them and manage them. So I wanted to get that extra price action, or that extra profit from the price action, and I did a debit spread. So I'm essentially saying I want SoFi to stay above $21 or $22, or essentially I want it to stay above $23, but if it goes below 22 or somewhere around there, I will actually lose money on this trade. And as of now, I'm up 10%. Again, I'm just gonna wait this out. This one is a great strategy if you want to buy a call, but you want to do it for cheaper. You can sell a call to create that debit spread. And that's exactly what I did. So what is the middle ground? For me, I like blending the two. I definitely lean towards option selling because of that consistency, but I also understand the psychology of wanting that upside with buying options. So that's why I'll run strategies like selling puts on red days, and like I just did on Mara and Oscar. And then I let assignment work in my favor, because once you have the shares, you can get those shares to appreciate and sell covered calls. Choosing the stock is actually one of the hardest things to do and the most important things to do. And the covered call is that wheel strategy. Whereas at the same time, I'm not afraid to occasionally buy those long dated leap options. And if I really believe in the stock, so I believe in SoFi, I believe in Riot in the long term. And this way, I'm not gambling on 1 week lottos, but I still get leveraged upside if my conviction is right. So the key is balance. You don't have to be 100% Wall Street grinding for those tiny premiums, and you don't have to be 100% Wall Street bets chasing moonshots. You can build a strategy that uses option selling for consistent income and option buying strategically for asymmetric upside. So before you YOLO your account or go full boomer income mode, ask yourself, what is the middle ground? Until next time, peace.